Hi friends, it's Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, a great holiday vacation, if you took a vacation from school, and I really hope that all of you are doing well. I am back finally here in January to show you the activities. These are hands-on learning activities that I have prepared for my pre-K and kindergarten children. Okay, so this first activity I'm going to start out with is a literacy activity, and you're going to see both literacy and math type activities. So this is kind of a phonics reading / literacy activity that you're going to see, and it is called Winter CVC Match. Okay, so CVC standing for consonant, vowel, consonant. So what the children are going to be doing is they're going to be reading CVC words, and then they're going to match them with pictures. Okay, so what I did is the activity comes with a mat that looks like this. It's just a snow hill. Okay, and then it comes with these children that are sledding, right? And all of the children have a different CVC word on their sled. And then it comes with these cards that are snowflakes, and they have the matching pictures. Now what I did is I hid all of the matching snowflake picture cards in this sensory bin. And all this sensory bin is I used cotton balls to pretend that they're snow, and then I used like little pieces of snowflakes, okay? And I have a couple of like pom-poms that were blue-ish. I think I have like a silver one or two in here, but yeah, here's one. Okay, they're just fun for the kids to feel. And then what I did is I kind of hid the snowflakes in here, and then I'm gonna have the children find them in the sensory bin, just to add a little bit more to this activity. Okay, so what the children do is they take a sledder, okay, they place the sledder at the top of the hill, and they read the word. So here I'm gonna sound it out. B-ed, bad, bed. And then I have to look for the picture. So here is the picture of the bed. I'm going to put my snowflake right here next to my sledder, and then my sledder can slide down the hill. So then I had the children slide them down. Bed, and they can read it again as they slide the child down. Okay, then they're done. And we can go on to the next one. So let's grab the next one. Okay, the next one that I have here is nut, nut. So I'm going to find the snowflake with the picture of the nut, and I'm going to place that next to the word, and then he's going to slide down the hill. And sliding down the hill is just the fun part. It's just the kids really like this. We've done this already, and they really liked sliding the child down after they read the word. And they also liked that the snowflakes were inside the sensory bin, because before we did the activity, I let them kind of play with all the, explore the sensory bin, play with a little bit of pieces, so that they would get the urge to play out. And then we did the activity, and they were matching them up, and they really loved it. Sometimes if they don't love the activity, they don't want to finish. But this time they just kept going and going until they had read all the words, and they just really enjoyed this one. So if you are looking for this activity for your students, I will leave a link below to all of the activities that you see in this video. They're all linked up on my Teachers Pay Teachers store. let's transition then to a math activity, and this activity is called Snow More or Less. It is an interactive book, okay, and I have shown this in previous videos, but I took this activity back out. I do like to go through and my old activities that we've used before with other children, and I reuse them again with new kids. Okay, there's no sense in not reusing them. They're all laminated and they're great activities. So this is Snow More or Less interactive book, and what the children do is they open up the book, and is on each page it has some items that they're going to count, and then they're going to decide which one is more. So on here it says, I see blank snowballs. Well, how many snowballs are there? You can have the children count by just touching them and counting them, or you can have them use manipulatives. Here I have some little erasers. These are polar bear erasers, and I can have the children use these to count. So they're going to place a polar bear on each snowball to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 snowballs. Now we can use a dry erase marker if you have laminated your book, and they can write 7 snowballs. Or you can use manipulatives. Over here I have some number bean bags, and I also have some number blocks. So if I was going to have the children do it, I would have them find the number 7, maybe in the number blocks, and place a 7. Then it says, I see how many snowflakes. So let's count the snowflakes, and we'll put our bears there too. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3 snowflakes. Now you don't have to have manipulatives to count, because the children can count with their finger if you want, but sometimes I've found that if you actually have objects, it really does help them with their counting. Okay, so I see 3 snowflakes, so they can either write a 3 in the box, or they can use a manipulative like I have these number blocks. Okay, so 7 and 3. Let's take the bears off, and now it says I can circle more. Well, which one was more? 7 snowballs or 3 snowflakes? And then have them circle the one that was more. Okay, and then they'll just keep going on. I'll show you some of the different pages in this book. I see how many polar bears. I see how many books, and they're going to count and circle. I see how many ice cubes, and I see how many snowmen. Okay, and then here we've got penguins, and we have ice skates, and so on. So this book is many years old, but it's still a good one for kids practicing what is more and which one is less. Okay, this next activity is called Read and Feed Penguins. And this is another activity that I've had for quite a while. So actually, all the activities that you see from here on out are going to be activities that I've done in previous years. But that very first activity that I showed you was a new one for this year. Okay, so what this one is, we have these cute little penguins here. It comes with these penguins, and all I did was I cut them out, and I'll show you. I cut them out and I laminated this, and then I have this basket with these little slits, and if I put it in the slits, it kind of holds my penguins up. Okay, you see that? I just got this, I don't remember where I got this basket, maybe the dollar store or something. But you can attach this Read and Feed Penguins sign to, you know, a basket like I did, or you can attach it to a cup with just some tape, however you want to do it. But for me, it was just easy to slide it in the little slots of this, and it holds it up. So then what you want to do is, it comes with cards, and the children have to read the cards and decide, is it a real word or not? Okay, so here I have nep. That's not a real word, so I'm not going to feed it to my penguins. Okay, let me see if I can mix some of these up. I think I have them. I don't think they're mixed up. Okay, so here's one that is a word. They would read bug. That is a word, so I'm going to feed that fish to my penguins, and they will put it in the basket. Okay, snap, snap, snap. That's a word. I'm going to feed that one. Okay, so you get the idea. They're going to feed the ones that are words to their penguins, and then if it's not a word, they're going to put it off to the side. Okay, so now when they get finished, if you want to, and there's some short vowel words in here and some long vowel words. Now my children, most of them are pre-K. They're not quite kindergarten yet, so they're not ready for the long vowels, but that's okay. So what I would do is I would just take those cards out, and we wouldn't use those this year. And we can use those next year. Maybe we can do this same activity again, but use those cards and they'll be ready for them, okay? So just an option for changing it up for your students' needs. But anyways, what you can do at the end of this, and what I thought I would do is, after they have sorted these, then I would have them maybe make some of the words. So for example, let me take some of the words that are actual words out. Let's say I'm going to have them do bet. Okay, so we're going to read that word, and then I would have them use either magnetic letters, or what I have here are these snap cube letters, and I would have them make the word bet with their letters. It's just a fun word making activity. So I have B, E, and these are cool. These are like the math snap cubes, except for they have letters on them. So you can just snap them right together and you can make the word, okay? So here I have the word bet. All right, so that's my plan, is that after my kids sort them, if we have time, probably won't do all the words, but some of them, the words that we sorted and we figured were real words and we fed them to the penguins, we would practice reading them again by making the words. Okay, this next activity is a tried and true activity that I have used year in and year out, and if you've been watching my videos for years, you've, I'm sure, seen this activity. But this is an alphabet cover me up activity is what it's called. So it comes with a couple of different alphabet mats. Some of them have capital letters on them, like these ones do. Oops. Okay. And then some of them have capital and lowercase letters on them, like these ones do. All right. So these are the different mats. Let me show you with, I'll show you with this one. This is cute. Okay, so here is one of the mats. Then it comes with two different types of cards. It comes with cards that have lowercase alphabet letters on them, for, and then they have the pictures, obviously, that represent the letter. And then it also comes with cards that just are the pictures, no letters. Okay, so there are a couple different ways you can play this. I'm going to start by showing you the simplest one. The simplest activity, oh, I might just realized I have like something on my finger. I don't know what that is. You know, when I am filming this in the evening when my kiddos are asleep, so that you don't have a ton of noise in the background. And so who knows what I got on me during the day with 8 children. If you didn't know, if this is your first video watching of mine, I am a homeschool mom of 8 children. I'm a former school teacher. I was a classroom teacher for 10 years, but we've been homeschooling now for 9 years, and I have 8 children, and you never know what I could have gotten on me. So I have something on me, but anyway, moving on. Yeah, so the first way you can do this activity is by practicing the skill of matching capital to lowercase letters. So this would be a skill that probably preschoolers would be working on. And so for that, you need one of the capital mats that I have here, and then you need the cards with the lowercase letters on them. So what they would do is they would look at the first card, and here's lowercase c, and then they have to find capital C and cover it up. Now I have a few things here that I'm going to be using to cover up the answers. This little tray here has these really, really cute penguins. These are great for preschoolers to learn to stand them up. So I would highly recommend getting something really cute like this. I mean, they obviously go with our winter theme, but they're also just a cute way to have preschoolers. They're big enough for their little hands, but also they're learning how to stand them up. So what they would do is they would find the capital C to match that lowercase c, and then they would take one of their penguins and stand him up on the letter. Okay? Then they were going to do the next one, okay? Now we have lowercase g, and as your children or your students are doing this activity, if you're working with them, let's say you're a teacher and you're working with a small group of students, you're working on phonics skills, or you have a reading intervention kind of group, you are going to be there, so you're going to be overseeing the activity. Or if you're a homeschool parent, obviously you're going to be overseeing the activity. But when you're sitting there with the students, you can have them say, what letter is this? G is little g. Little g says G as in guitar. G says G, G, G. So you have them say the sounds as they're doing it, or have them say the name of the letter, and it just reinforces it. Okay, so here we have G is for guitar. Now this is lowercase g, and then they're going to look on their mat. Okay, where is capital G? They're going to find it, and they're going to cover it up with another penguin. You get the idea. So they can just go through, and M. M is for mitten. M says, Where's capital M? This is lowercase m, and here's capital M. They're going to cover it up. And they can just continue until they've covered up their entire mat. Now, let me show you the other way you can use this activity. Again, this is an old activity that I made years ago, so it's not like the flashiest. It doesn't have the best graphics, I would say. I've learned a lot since then, but it's probably one of the better ones that really can be used to teach some important phonics skills. Okay, so now I'm going to switch, and we're going to be practicing the sound. So we're going to match the sound to the letter, okay? So I have the picture cards, and then I have the mats that have capital and lowercase on them. You could use this activity with just the capitals, but I like using these capital and lowercase mats so that they're seeing both letters when they're doing the sounds. All right, so here my first card is elephant. Which letter says F for elephant, and it would be E. You could continue to use these, but I also have some erasers here. And so if I'm doing this activity with kids that are a little bit older, say they're 4 or 5, I would maybe have them use the erasers. And these are just snowflakes and snowmen. So they're going to cover up the E with an eraser. Okay. And let's see. For apple says A for A. We'll cover up A. You get the idea. Then keep going until they cover them all up. Jar for J. Where's my J? Over here. Okay. So they would just continue on to cover up. You can use any kind of manipulatives you want. I have other ones too, other winter themed manipulatives. I'm trying to think if I have any right next to me. I don't see any right here. But yeah, you could just imagine the things that you could use. You could go get little snowflake toys, whatever you want. Something winter themed, and cover up your answers. Okay, this next activity is called Hot Cocoa Edition. And for this activity, you need some marshmallows like I have here. And then it comes with the hot cocoa cards with the addition problems on them. And it comes with some number cards. Now, what I do is sometimes I use the number cards, but really what I like to do is I like to take out the number manipulatives that I have and have the children use these for their answers. So let me go through this activity and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so the students are going to take a card. Let's see here. Let's start with this one. And I have 3 plus 5. So they're going to use their marshmallows that they would put in their hot cocoa to count out the numbers. So we're going to count out 3 on this side. And then we're going to count out 5 on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you would have the children do that on their own, count out 3 and 5. Then they can, squish them together, whatever you want to do, and count them all together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you could also have them start with the bigger number. So here I have 5 marshmallows. Have them say 5 and then count 3 more, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now when they get their answer, knowing that their answer is 8, they can use these number cards that I have here, and they can find the number 8, or they can use the manipulatives like I was telling you and find a number 8 and place that next to their answer. Okay, so here I have a handful of other cards I can show you. And it's just a multiple array of different addition problems that the kids can try. And so you would just have them move the marshmallows off, take a new card, and start all over. So let's try this one. So here I have 1 and 3, easy, right? So 1 plus 3 makes 4, correct? Okay, this activity we're moving on to another phonics activity, and this one we're working on ending sounds. So we have some snowmen here, and on each snowman it has 2 words. So I'm just going to take the first one here, and we have bed and mad. So you can see that the last letter of each word is missing. Okay, so the children have to decide what letter goes in the missing spot. Well, they would say bed, mad. What sound do I hear at the end of both of those words? And obviously we hear D. And then over here I have the snowman hats. Okay, so I've got a handful of them, and they're going to find the letter D and place the hat on the snowman, just like that. Okay, so let's see if we can do another one. So I'll move this one off to the side. So there are boy snowmen, and there are girl snowmen. All right, this one is a girl snowman, and we've got pig, log. What do I hear at the end of pig and log? I hear G. So then they're going to place the G hat on that one. Okay, so there are a handful of these. I'll show you a few of them so you can see. Now, one other thing you can have them do after they place the hat on their snowman is, because we still have these empty slots, you can have them use their magnetic letters and they can fill in those empty spots. So over here, let me show you this. I have some magnetic letters here. And you're going to need 2 of each letter, obviously, because the snowmen have 2 words on them. So for this one, they're going to need 2 G's. We'll take these G's out. And then they would just place them on their snowman like so. Okay? Okay, this next activity is called Winter Number Match Puzzles. And this activity works on counting numbers in 10 frames up through 20. All right, so it comes with some of these different number mats. Here you can see this one has penguins, this one has snowballs on it, and this one has snowmen. So let me just show you the one with the penguins. And it also comes with cards, and on the cards you can tell is a puzzle. And each puzzle piece has a number on it. And what the children are going to do is they have to be able to count the 10 frames that are on the mat and match them up with the numbers on the puzzle pieces. And when they do that, as they put the numbers in the right spot, it's going to make a puzzle. All right, so this is also winter themed. I think pretty much everything that you're seeing in this video, these activities that I've created, are winter themed for the next 2 weeks here that we're going to be doing. Okay, so let's take a look and let's count. Let's just count the first one. So here I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to look for my number 5 puzzle piece. It's right here. And I'm going to place that over the square. Okay. Now the next one, I'm going to just count by 5s because I know each row is 5. So 5, 10, 15, and then I'll count 3 more. 16, 17, 18. So I'm looking for the number 18. And you can teach the children to count by 5s if you want. They can count singly if they're still counting one by one correspondence and they need to touch each one and count it that way. They can do that, or you can teach them like I just kind of did in my head, counting by 5s. You can do that as well. I'm going to place that one here. All right, so now I'm going to kind of speed up the video here and I'll show you what it looks like once all the pieces are in place. Okay, so once they get all of the numbers in place, as you can see, it puts the puzzle together and they have a picture, okay? So then they would go ahead and do the same thing with these other puzzle pieces, counting and matching them up and working on counting up through 20. Okay, this last activity I'm going to show you is working on vowels. So as we know, we want to teach the children their vowels first, and when they're learning to read, they need to know their vowels and they need to know the vowel sounds, the short vowel sounds first, and then they need to know the consonant sounds. That way they can start sounding their words out and making and reading. Okay, so for this activity, it comes with these really cute mittens, and on the mittens you see there's a picture, and it has the beginning sound and the ending sound of the word, and the vowel is missing. Okay, so I'm going to put the picture cards on the left, and then you're going to see there are also vowel mitten cards. So I'm going to put those ones on the right. Okay, so what the children are going to do is they're going to match up the vowel on this mitten to the missing vowel on this mitten, okay? So this is zip, and you can see the picture gives them the picture clue of what the word is supposed to be. So this is supposed to be zip. So we're missing the I for this one. Let me place that there. Now, I could match it up with this I, but since they're different colors, I would tell the kids, okay, yes, it is an I, but let's look for the right color. So here we go. So these two cards match up. Z-ip, zip. Okay, so zip is short I. And then I have some magnetic letters here. I just have the vowels. So I would have the children find the right one and place it on their card. Okay, just as another, I guess, another review or another way to practice it again. Okay, so then I have them pick a new card. This one says P missing, and then another P, and here we have popcorn. So this must be the word pop. So they're going to look for their matching mitten pair, match up those mittens, and then they can place the O on there and spell pop. Okay, so practicing those missing vowels while also reading is a good thing too. Here we have a pen. So what vowel do you hear in N? Well, we hear E. So we're going to find that missing E. Now we made our mitten match, and we're going to place an E in there. Pen. All right, you get the idea. Well, you guys, that is the last activity I have to share with you. These activities are all listed below in the description box if you want to go download them from my website. Also, these are the activities that my children will be doing for about the next week or two. All right, I thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. I love to share the activities that we're working on. And leave me a comment, and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks again. See you in the next one. Bye.